Alrighty, so go ahead and head over to tradingview.com on your computer. As far as your phone goes, TradingView has a mobile application. So whether it's iOS or your Play Store, make sure you download the mobile app for TradingView as we're setting that up today too. For your computer, tradingview.com. Go ahead and click Get Started for free. You do not need a subscription to take advantage of paper trading. Keep that in mind. So get signed up, use your Google email or any other method, get signed in. If you already have an account, go ahead and click this icon below and you'll be able to sign in here. Next, we'll be looking for a button at the top right. This button will be this trade button. Keep in mind, TradingView likes to update their platform quite often. So we're looking for this trade button. If you hover over it, it will say trade with your broker. You're going to click on that, and we're looking for TradingView's logo. So you'll see this black and white logo here. It says Paper Trading Brokerage Simulator by TradingView. You're going to click on that and then click Connect. And what this will do, it will log into your paper trading simulation. So if you ever exit out of the site and come back to this TradingView charts, then you'll still be logged in under your paper trading account. This converts to your mobile device as well. Within the app, I will show you how to get signed in to the simulated paper trading. But for now, I want to show you the ropes on the desktop version. So keep in mind, the biggest thing that you need to know as I show you around here is your account balance right here. This is the total simulated account capital that they provide you with. So you'll be trading with 100 grand. Quick rundown. So equity is actually your account balance. Realized P&L is your profit and loss based off the trades that you have closed. Okay. Unrealized P&L. So your unrealized profit and loss based off the trades that you currently have open. I will be showing you an example here. So if I open up my account here, so as you can see, I am currently in 2 paper trades. So actually I'm in 10 Apple shares and then 1 trade here. So currently I am down $93 based off of the current trades that I'm in that's live. So you'll see this profit amount fluctuate as the trades are still active. So that's the biggest thing you'll see. And then realize P&L, that is the amount of profit that it's closed since this account has been open. Keep in mind, since it's been open, okay? So that's the difference between the two. Those are the main ones that you need to focus on. You don't really need to focus on any of these here. Alrighty, now something that I would really recommend for your success, especially if you are in my community, is you want to reduce your account balance from 100 grand. You want something reasonable. I always recommend 2 to 5 grand. So they're going to automatically default start you off with 100 grand. So you're going to click on this settings logo. Once again, this settings logo next to your TradingView username here at the bottom left. Click on this settings logo and you're going to hit reset account. Keep in mind, if you've already had this account open, when you hit reset account, it will reset all your trading history. But if you're just now creating this, just now logging in for the first time, I recommend this. Hit reset account, and we're going to set our balance here to 2K US dollars. So that's really a sweet spot. Do not worry about the leverage here. You can leave this default. You're just going to hit reset here, and then that'll update your price as needed. So for this example, I will be simulating an instance where somebody, a part of the community, will be following an options call out. So this is for stock options. So how do we enter a trade considering the market is stock options? Okay, so the options chain. So once again, go to the options chain, top left, make sure you're on SPY, search SPY here. It'll be the very first option. Highlight the options choice here, the options tab, right? And you tap on that. Taking a look at the fields here, the very first thing we want to verify is we pull up the options chain. We want to make sure we're on the correct expiration date. So make sure at the top of your screen of the options chain here that the expiration date matches the call out. We have May 15th, okay? So as long as May 15th is highlighted, you're in the correct options chain, so we can then select our strike price. Speaking of strike price, take a look at the contract field. That is the strike price. Next to the strike price, you will see if it's a call versus a put. On the left-hand side, we have calls. Right-hand side, we have puts. So in the middle, right here, we are looking for a 720 call for May 15th, okay? So for May 15th, so May 15th, double check your expiration date to make sure you're on the correct expiration. And then click this 720 call here, and this will bring the contract up on the chart, okay? So now I will show you how to enter that contract. There is multiple ways to enter a trade. I'm going to show you my favorite, most convenient way as this works universally across desktop and mobile as well. So take a look at this little plus sign on the right side of the screen. This is how you can, one, set a TradingView alert, but in this case, you can also set limit orders or bracket orders here. So if I'm looking to enter at the similar average as the analyst, I'm going to hit this buy here. So once again, I'm going to exit out of this, hit the plus sign on the right, and we have two different options. We have sell or buy, right? Sell limit or buy stop, okay? In this case, this is a call, so we're looking for buy. Once again, we're looking for buy. This is a call. So this is going to create a nice little bracket order for us, and the next thing we want to do is look for the analyst entry. We want to enter off a similar price that they entered off of, okay? So they entered off of at 4.40, 4.40 average, okay? So 4.40 average is right around here. So we want to drag this here with the left click. You want to drag this here to 4.40. This is my favorite way to do it, okay? Next thing, TP, that actually stands for take profit. This is the price where the contract will automatically exit you out of the play and profit, okay? So taking a look here, you're going to see a TP on a chart. You're going to left click on that and drag that all the way to the price shown on the analyst call out, which is 7.25, right? 7.25. You'll get to see your simulated returns, okay? So that's 7.25. Next, the field of SL stands for stop loss. This will mitigate your risk and exit you out of the trade upon losing the trade. Super important. This allows you to not have to stare at the charts, okay? When done right at least. So take a look, SL 2.48. So we're going to drag that with the left click all the way down. We're going to hold down the left click, drag that all the way down to 2.48, okay? So once we have that at 2.48, doesn't have to be exact, right? But we want to try to get precision going on here. Then we're going to take a look at the contract amount. Of course, everybody's going to risk a different amount. So I want you to practice risking based off your own account size. However, if you want to change the order quantity to mimic the analyst, then you're going to click this number here to the left of stop. And that will allow you to be able to manipulate your order amounts, okay? In this case, the analyst got 2 contracts. So we're going to keep it on 2. So with that being said, we have it on 2 here, and we'll be able to click anywhere on the screen, exit out of that, and then you'll be able to hit the buy button, okay? Once again, market is closed right now, so I can't show you exactly what this looks like, but when you hit the buy button, this will disappear, and you'll see in this category that your order has been placed, okay? You'll see that your order has been placed, and you'll see it on the screen. Once that's the case, once price manipulates or touches this order at open, at market open, then you will automatically be filled for this order, okay? So keep that in mind. Once you're filled for this order, that will transition into the position screen where you will see your live profit and loss. So next we'll simulate an instance where we get into a play to the downside. So that'll be a put. So it'll be the same direction. However, I'm going to walk from A to Z how to do so. Okay, so once again, to open up the options chain in the trading simulated world, you're going to hit at the top left. Click on the top left here. I'm starting from scratch. So I'm going to enter SPY. Right, and I'm going to put the card on the screen and the template for us to follow on the screen, okay? So we type in SPY. You're going to click on this options once again. You're going to click SPY once again, the very first option. And in this particular case, we are looking to enter May 7th, 705 puts. So that's May 7th, 705 puts. So taking a look here, for that May 7th, 705 puts, we're going to make sure we're on the right expiration date. But once again, so we're going to take a look at that. We're going to look for the 705 strike price. Make sure we're not hitting call. We're looking for puts. Once we hit that, it will open up the options contract on the chart. In this particular case, it will be a little confusing because we are looking at an asset on TradingView's chart. So what does that mean? As the value of the contract goes up, as we can see here on the y-axis, then the price of this contract, the value of this contract will increase. So I don't want that to confuse you. As you know, SPY goes down, the value of this contract goes up. So we're not looking at SPY in general right now. We are actually looking at the price of this SPY put increase in value, okay? So according to this play here that we're taking a look at, we're entering at 5.14. So once again, starting from scratch, we go all the way to the left. We're looking to buy a put. So we hit this plus sign here right at 5.14, and we'll be able to hit this buy limit order for SPY, okay? There's going to be two options. We're not selling a put, we're buying a put. So make sure that you enter that here. As long as you're on the right chart, okay? Then, and you click the right chart in the options chain, you're in the green, okay? So hit this plus sign. You're going to hit buy puts. Now we're going to take a look at the entry where this bracket order is set to get us in once price reaches 5.14, okay? So taking a look, TP is take profit. We do the same thing. Left click, drag this up to 7.09, 7.09. Same with the stop loss. We take the stop loss, we left click on it, we drag it down to 3.71, 3.71. So we have our risk in favor here. We can see our simulated returns. Double check the contract amount. That is 2. Okay, so we're clicking this number 2 here, and we're navigating this to 2, and it's going to show your simulated returns before you enter the trade based off how many contracts are placed on the chain. Okay, so we have 2. Okay, once you hit buy, you may see this here. This is saying, hey, this is simulated market, so some things may be a little different. Don't worry about that. Click don't ask again, hit send. That will send the order in the market. Once price touches this, market is closed right now once again, then it will go from being in the order tab over to your positions tab. Think of your positions tab as your live and open trades with your current account balance. So get the reps in, do this for a week. It will become second nature, allow you to flow with the functionality of the simulated trading. It'll get confidence. You'll see how the contracts move. You'll see a flow as we take call outs with real capital, okay? So definitely do so. Going to give you some more free game here. So this particular account, take a look at the bottom left of the paper trading account towards the bottom. It's actually behind my webcam. So this right here is your Tradingview username, USD. I want to show you how to simulate buying assets that are shares of a stock, okay? So once again, assets that are shares of a stock. At the bottom left, next to paper trading, to the right of paper trading, where it says your Tradingview username, USD, click the drop down arrow. Then you're going to click create an account, okay? We're going to leave this account at, let's say, $20,000. So that's a good start. We're going to name this shares, stocks, okay? Create that right there. Now what we can do, now we can switch between both. You don't really want to, you want to stay organized. I'm a firm believer of staying organized of what trading style or how you should invest, separating investing from trading, okay? So taking a look here, this share stocks account, once again, you can actually swap between both. At the bottom left, that same drop down arrow, now you can switch between the two. But for now, stay on the shares stock USD account, okay? So now what we're going to do is simulate an instance where you're following an analyst to buy a share of a stock. So once again, this is investing. This is not trading. This is investing. You can actually do both. Okay, so super important. So take a look here. What I'm going to have you do is actually at the very top left, you're going to click that, and let's type in Apple. APPL is the ticker symbol, okay? We're looking for NASDAQ's Apple, okay? That's the stock. So look for the Apple logo. We're going to click on that. Same instance. Apple currently in post market is at 269.64, okay? Around that range. So we're going to navigate all the way to the right. Click the plus icon. Once again, you can buy one Apple, okay? So what does that say? So this is simulating like we're buying shares. So it's going to bring up that same nice bracket order. This is a limit order to get you an X amount of shares, okay? So once again, Apple's going for $269. So we can actually simulate a take profit, okay? It'll show our revenue, okay? It'll show our profit. Simulate a stop loss, okay? And then you can also select how many shares you want to purchase, okay? So in this case, I'm going to do 10 shares. I'm going to do 10 shares. So now we can see the estimated revenue to the upside and estimated loss, or I should say exact revenue and loss to the upside and the downside, okay? So Once you hit the buy, this will place the limit order in to fill you at that price as long as the stock crosses that price, okay? So keep that in mind. This is a great way to simulate shares as well to see how they move and keep track of certain assets. Beautiful organization, all being able to be used through the same instance of TradingView through any device. So once again, we're going to go all the way to the right here until we see this plus sign. We're going to click on this plus sign. So you'll see buy or sell, okay? Make sure you're hitting the buy if you're trying to acquire or simulate assets, and this is simulating buying a share, not a contract, okay? This is a share. So once again, we're going to simulate the take profit. So once again, this is a bracket order. So this would fill as soon as it hits the price that you highlighted on the plus sign. In this case, it is 270.19, but you need to see market hours before that happens, okay? So as far as TP goes, you're going to drag the TP all the way to your take profit price. And you'll be able to see the simulated return per share to see how that asset moves, okay? So same thing with stop loss. You take the stop loss, drag it all the way down, okay, to your designated price point. So definitely here we're going to simulate that here. Also, you can simulate multiple shares. So this is showing the simulation between one share only, the precise return for one share. So click on this number here, and in this instance, we're going to simulate 10 shares. So we'll be able to increase the quantity. With that being said, what this is saying is this limit order will bring us into buying 10 shares of Apple at the price that is currently showing on the screen, which is 269.92. It's all color coded. So as you can see, this limit order is black and blue, which this price point down here is black and blue. Okay, so this is saying it's going to bring us into this at this price point. This order will be executed. This order here will be executed at this price, 279.30. This take profit order. We will return a profit and exit out of the sell the shares automatically at 279.30. Same with this stop loss. This stop loss will be executed at 262.91, and you will lose an equity amount of minus $70.10. Okay, so you'll be able to hit the buy button there, and it will put that order in to our order tab. You can see it behind my webcam. So now we have an order under this share stock USD count for our shares. At market open, once it crosses, it will execute, buy the shares, and show your live P&L in real time.